I'm sharing ahead of the final exam the renderings, which you are not required to do for the final exam. And one of the things that I like about the renderings is that it reminds me that I've made a few mistakes here. Not not anything to be concerned about. I can always fix it, but I like the renderings because they show me if I've made a mistake or an assumption that is actually not true. So you can see that there's a gap here between the wall and the floor. So I've either made the constraint of the first floor walls higher than they're supposed to be, or the plywood is a little bit lower than it's supposed to be, the plywood subfloor. So you're not required to put a porch on the front of the house. And of course, you're not required to do the topography. But this is, I will submit this or present the floor plans with the dimensions and the elevations for you on Friday the 19th. I just wanted to give you a preview of the complexity of the house, and you'll have to draw all, all four floor plans, basement first, second, and roof, four elevations, and the necessary sections. You can see here that I have a sink and a countertop. You'll need to add that. Stairs, of course, are important, doors. And if we scroll down through here, take a look. You see, cabinets are not necessary for the final exam because we only have 3 hours and 20 minutes. But countertops are, stairs are, archways are required. You can see again here, I've made a mistake on the door, the garage door. When we get around to the garage door, you can see that I put the wrong elevation for the door. So the door should be set at the grade. You can see now if we try to drive a car into this, the grade is at the would be at the top of the concrete, and there's an additional brick there. So that shows me another error that I've made. You have to put in a refrigerator and a stove. I'm not looking for a range hood, so you don't have to have that. Sinks, countertops, toilets, you definitely have to have in place on your floor plan. And that would, you can see this is a better view that the garage door is at the wrong height. You make sure that your garage door is placed at the grade and not at the first floor, which is what I think has happened here. But as I rotate around now, you can see the second floor. We have to put in those closet shelves, which I've given you already. So make sure that your project has all of the things that you're going to want to put into this model, that you have it already loaded into your project, your final exam project, so that you don't need to go and load any type of object into your final, so that it's already there and all you need to do is insert it into the proper location. You can see here, it looks like this window is backwards. So that's again another thing that I like about the renderings is, you know, it gives a chance to look and see, well, what did I assume from the floor plan that isn't actually correct. And again, you can see there's a little gap here. So I think I put my floors a little bit lower than I'm supposed to. That wouldn't show up in um, the floor plan without that I've made a mistake without looking at some renderings, or of course looking at the sections, which you will be required to do. So if I cut a section through here, I would see that the floor is probably in the wrong location, or it's possible that the wall is in the wrong height. But anyway, we need the doors. So you want to make sure that that's loaded into your project. These are sliding glass doors. You want to make sure that they're loaded into there. And windows. As I've said before, you're not required to use the exact window size that I have. You're just required to put windows in the right location and dimension them properly. Now, see, here's another example. I can see it should be white on the outside, and it's the wood color. So that means that door or that window is flipped in the wrong direction. And these renderings are uploaded to the content area on Blackboard. So you can just download this and spend more time looking at it. Then you'll also have to, and here's another good example how where the garage door is incorrectly located, but you'll see that you have to put two roofs on. with a 1 foot overhang. The roof slopes on all sides. Revit defaults to a 9/12 pitch, and that would be fine for this. You choose a different pitch, that would be okay too. Nothing wrong with that. I do want to see a fascia board on there. Make sure the fascia board is 1.5 inches back from the face of the roof, and that's set on your settings. So you might want to double check on how to do that. But here you can see that one of these windows is backwards. It's just placed in the wall with the inside on the outside and the outside on the inside. And when I say it's in backwards. Now here's a little something that I'm going to be looking for. You notice that this particular roof does not have a slope to it. So you have to remember or figure out how to do that. Here's another window that looks like it's in backwards. And somehow this wall has to go all the way up to the roof. So you might want to make sure that you remember how to extend this roof up to this wall. And that would be the renderings. Now, this is for you to look at. Just, you're not going to probably, I doubt very much if you can really get started on your midterm, but you might get a little bit of a head start here. But most of that, you need to know what the dimensions of the walls are, and I will provide that for you on the day of the final exam. And also, no name on your sheets means no credit. And that has been the policy for a while now on your weekly submissions. I might mark them up for you, but I definitely would not give you credit, the weekly submission credit, without a name. So no porch. Make sure that you load all, take a look at all of the components that are here in the house, and for time purposes, make sure that you have them loaded into your project, so you can simply go up and insert a component or a door or a window, and you already have it. You're going to do stairs from the first to the second, but also from the basement to the first. You want to be able to get that. I don't think you can see. Yeah, you can see the stairs here. So we have stairs going down, stairs coming up. That will show up in your section if you've properly constrained the stairs from the floor level to the next floor level. That will work out. And so this is just a little visual help in terms of what the midterm will be, but of course you won't be able to put these components in properly as far as the right dimensions until the exam starts. But this, along with the other video that showed you how you should set up for the final exam, should give you a very good understanding of what to expect. And also, because you only have 3 hours and 20 minutes to do all of this work, it would be important for you to have yourself all set up so that you have everything that's going to take time, besides laying out the house itself, already set to go. I think that is about what I want to say. So I will give you this link, and hopefully this helps you out.